Alright, there we go. I should be live. We should be live. Sorry about being a few minutes late here. I made the decision to take a shower the last few minutes, even though I already took one today. I made the decision to take another shower just before I started the stream. To help counteract some of the ridiculous heat that I deal with. Alright. So, I thought I could get it in time, but I didn't. It was like a super fast shower, and I still didn't do it in time. Alright, so I need to close you. Alright. There we go. There we go. Almost finished. No, don't echo. Just want to tweet this out real quick. I mean, Discord this to people. Ooh, welcome to West Virginia gameplay video, huh? Wish I could watch that real quick. Wait. Where's the... Why can't I hit the thing? The thing with the thing and the thing. There we go. Almost, guys. There we go. Alright, so... Ooh, I should have hit the thing for the game. I couldn't even see the game. I just know that I needed to hit it. Let's switch back to my monitor. Switch my monitor back to HDMI. And there we go. Everything is set. Let me know if my audio, if the pitch of my voice is too high or too low. You know how my mic does that sometimes, and I'll unplug and replug in the mic. Crap. Actually, I do have to wipe my monitor real fast. Something I would have done before the stream normally, but, you know. Nice. Welcome, everyone. So many people here. Awesome. One moment. I have to call. Alright, there we go. So, hey, Vepper and Kenneth and Cassandra. Yas! Home from work in time to relax to this great game and Xearrik. Yeah, and I'll have that playlist ready for you. Either tonight or tomorrow. Almost ready. A few more seconds. Riot. Hey, Max Justice. Subtle. Oh, they were Christine Kirk. I can read that. Barbara, how's it going? We haven't seen you in the beginning of the stream for a while. AJZ YouTube. YT. I don't know if it is YouTube, but YT. You have the same sort of avatar thing that PewDiePie does, I think. Shows are overrated. It's all about baths with bubbles. Showers are overrated. I don't know. I like showers way more than I like baths, personally. Like, way more. Hey, Luca. Yeah, see, Max agrees. And he is Max Justice. So I think he means more. Hey, Dr. Lupo fan. Oh, wait, I can get the game loading here. Let me just grab you. There we go. Hey, Xearrik, what's up, kitty? How's it going? I'm good, Wolf. How are you? Looks like I will need to be modded. Are people, like, messing with something? Staying cool? Exactly. That's why I took that shower right before the stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. Cassandra? DIVX. Well, let's... No. It wasn't mine, DIVX. It wasn't mine. Scruncho Gaming. Hey, how's it going? Oh, I see. For barbs. Alright, well. Oh, man. Where are my tissues? Oh, no. Way over there. No! I need my tissues. I need my tissues. What happens if I need to blow my nose during the stream? One moment. Crisis averted. Tissues have been recovered. Okay, so let's get my headset on here. Today, we'll be starting the DLC. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I never fixed the water thing. I was like, I looked at my stream deck and it looked like it was turned on, but that's because I didn't fix the icon for it yet. Yeah, okay, they're all working. Alright, so let's go. Kitty smash the like button. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I always appreciate the likes, everybody. So
nothing but trouble. That's all there is in Nuke Lands.
This is it. This is the official beginning of the DLC, huh? Everyone's always trying to get me to take a look at the wares, man. Always. Let's see. They all just want my coin. There's nothing I can do. Interesting. I wonder if photo mode seems to be disabled here. Camera controls unavailable. Interesting. I wonder if it's because I'm in town. Camera controls unavailable.
Amazing.
So they don't want you snooping on stuff in town. What if you go all the way over here? Interesting. Let's go just outside the town gates. We gotta chase the sunset! No! Is this the town gates? Yeah, I think this is the town gates here. I think your pet would be, if you were going beyond that point, it would stop your pet from being able to leave, right? I mean, I'm judging by when it would stop your mount. I mean to say, you can't go any further with your mount. Yep, there it goes. And now all of a sudden I have camera controls. I was just curious about something again real fast, guys. Use my little trick I came up with here. It blurs any closer to that than that, so let's get to the point where it starts to blur. And then decrease the field of view. Look at that. Okay, look in this eye, everybody. It was a really, really clear day. And all the times I thought, you know, we randomly were looking at the character. All the times in her left and her right eye on the left side of the screen, look at the very top right part of the eye, her right part, our left. You can see a reflection of the scenery. I mean, of the thing she's looking at. Something I've kept forgetting to do on the brightest today is to check for that. Because I kept thinking I was seeing that, right? And interestingly enough, the sun does not pass by that part of the sky at any point. And guess what you can't see in her eyes at any point in time? The sun. Because we've seen the sun in her eyes several times. Interesting. Here we won't be able to do photo mode, right? Yeah. I kind of wish I could do it here where the sun was. And see if we'd see the sun and the reflection moving across the sky like we have before. Pretty freaking cool, man. A lot of attention to detail, huh? Diaz. Oh my god!
Nonsense. It's worse.
The beauty.
I've got all the best goods here.
Did I miss the final mission?
Something today?
No, you missed a few things. We've learned a lot about who. We've learned exactly what Project Horizon Zero Dawn is and what went wrong and what went right. And our goal is to set it right. But probably not today. Today, thanks to a pretty helpful subscriber, Bluto Sam, he said, who's played this game before, he has said that what we should do is after the quest, after I receive the quest, the Looming Shadow, that's the point in time when it's probably best to start doing the DLC. Because you've learned enough about the project that it's probably not going to be spoiled by doing the DLC right away. And you're obviously going to be strong enough and all kinds of other things. And then, of course, I'm pretty sure if we start the Looming Project, the way it seems to me is that this is the beginning of the end. The Looming Project is the beginning of the end. So what we're going to do instead is finally start on the DLC. These blue quests here, this one here, another exclamation point here. Am I saying that word right? I've always said exclamation, but it always feels like every time I say it, I feel like I'm saying it the wrong way. Exclamation. I said it really slow so you can hear how I've pronounced it. Should look up the word and make sure I'm saying it correctly. Alright, so. And then this one here. So we're going to start right here with this one here.
And Honora saves his life.
These aren't goods, they're necessities.
I heard you talking about trouble in Banuk lands.
Was that out loud? Ears must be getting worn down from all those long leg blasts. But you heard right. I'm fresh back from the cut, looking for better scavenging and better shards.
I guess you didn't find them up there?
Not with the Banuk wailing about new machines and talking spirits and their purses frozen shut.
I'm good, Bluto Sam.
What's a trade route without trade? It's just a route.
I've been good as well, Dr. Lupo. I appreciate it, thank you. Yeah, Toys R Us is going under, really sucked. But I made off like a bandit during the sales. Oh yeah? What is this? Here's a little fez. Woot, stream time. My kitty, Nero, as a baby. Oh, you put a little fez cap on him? Is that photoshopped? I think that's photoshopped. The bow tie almost looks real, though. I think the bow tie is real, isn't it? Because his whiskers are in front of it. I think those are real. That's a real bow tie. The fez looks fake, though. Maybe. But it's still super cute. Aww. Be ready by 6. Me at 6. Oh no, no. Nah, that is super cute.
There's a trade route. I thought the Banuk kept to themselves.
We Oseram and the Banuk
okay,
are
so the
neighbors,
fez is
after all.
photoshopped. Okay,
What's
good
a
deal.
few mountain ranges between friends? I have some acquaintances out there still trying to dig a living out of the ice, but they say nothing seems to stick. All the superstitious nonsense and rampaging machines aren't helping.
DIVX says, had a thought today. If snails are slow, why don't we see them coming? It's like, boom, there's a snail. Well, that's because they have, One moment. Oh, crap. It'd take too long for me to do that. I'd have to open up a program. Yeah, it'd take too long for me to do that. I'll have to open up a program. What I'll do instead is this. It's because they have this. Alright? That's what it is. They just got too close to you, and you were alerted to them. They were there the whole time. You kept walking past them over and over and over again, but finally, your skill check finally was good enough to see them when they got close enough at one point. Ooh, excuse me. By the way, once you pick the blue exclamation, the other two disappear. You only can go to one. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, this is the one I'm getting then. Let me listen to trade route again.
There's a trade route. I thought the Banuk kept to themselves.
We Oseram and the Banuk are neighbors, after all. What's a few mountain ranges between friends? I have some acquaintances out there, still trying to dig a living out of the ice, but they say nothing seems to stick. All the superstitious nonsense and rampaging machines aren't helping.
Doctor Who kitten. Oh, yeah?
What were these new machines and spirits?
Honestly, I don't even know. Going by the number of Banuk funerals, I'd say the kind you turn away from.
Not really my style.
Well, if you reach my grand old age,
Does that
you
man
might
have
prefer
jokes?
picking up after hunters in the Sundom. It's warmer, too.
The dark humor, though.
What is this place? The Cut?
When the Karja took up swords and hacked away at the edge of Banuk land, they left the Cut behind.
So a battleground from the war. Like the valley outside the sacred land.
Mm-hmm. Mountain Pass in the far north and east will get you there. It's open to outlanders, hardy ones, like you. Just don't expect much of a welcome. Especially not now.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, I was reading chat.
What is this
I'm
place?
sorry, I'll focus
The Cut.
more on listening.
When the Karja took up swords and hacked away at the edge of Banuk land, they left the Cut behind.
So a battleground from the war. Like the valley outside the sacred land.
Mm-hmm. Mountain Pass in the far north and east will get you there. It's open to outlanders, hardy ones, like you. Just don't expect much of a welcome.
Okay.
Especially not now.
I got it. So what you're saying, Cassandra, is that the good doctor is now a cat? Got resurrected as all kinds of various people, and last thing they did was a woman, and now they're like a kitten.
New machines and talking spirits? I'm interested.
Thought as much, just looking at you. Don't say you weren't warned. There's a slip of a trail through the northeastern mountains, past what we call the Grave Horde. You won't miss it. You'll find what passes for a town on the other side. Maybe someone there can talk you out of it.
Maybe. Maybe not. Thanks for the information.
Join the dark side, we have cookies. Easy to resist. I'm not gonna have any trouble resisting your cookies. Extra inventory space, however. I'll kill all the younglings that you desire. Let's see. Food source or threat. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to what they're gonna do here. And what did they call this DLC again? frozen wilds or something. I'm not sure. I love the little spinny link. Every time I see it, I'm always so happy to see a little spinny link going around. He goes right round, right round.
This must be the pass the tour was talking about.
He's just spinning right round.
Territory just above.
And look at this. Man, it's been clear for the past couple of days game time, huh? I love it when it's clear. I hate the bad weather, man. I want to just look at everything. It's so pretty to look at. Why would you cover up the prettiness with stuff that's not pretty, you know? Yeah, this is where we did that one quest. And it took us right to here, huh? Right to the next point. What's that sound? I guess this stuff is shifting. It's just awesome to just look at things in this game, you know? Like... that freaking broken up city is 1,000 years old. That's how apparently that's their take on what the city would look like after 1,000 years. I can't remember what city. We did figure it out though based on an old statue we found. I've forgotten though. Let's just say it's West Virginia. Why not? Horizon Zero Dawn and Fallout connected. Confirmed. Wait, snails only move fast when you're not watching? Does that mean, okay, if you see one, just don't blink? Blinking, you're dead. Yeah, I saw that. That was a freaky episode. Just testing the ice. I just never test the ice that way, by the way, in real life. Where did they get these cords, man? I love this. They're glowing like crazy. They are using them for light. That's so cool. Hey, look at that, actually. I love just looking at stuff in this game. I really do. Just sit there. Or just stand there and just look at things. Take out the shotgun and test. There's a shotgun test? Oh no. That's the Vep. I call that the Vepper. They're like, hey, is this ice safe to walk on? I don't know. Give it the Vepper treatment. Bang! Alright. I don't think this is the way I'm supposed to go. No handheld holds.
What are you doing, Aloy? This path leads to the cut. The Banuk have nothing to offer besides useless mysticism. The Eclipse won't stand idle while you waste time playing in the snow. Return to your desk.
Surprised you're still checking up on me. I thought you had moved on.
Well, forgive me for still being concerned with the fate of the world.
I was thinking, Banuk shamans thread blue cables through their skin, right? Kind of like someone else we know, huh? So maybe the real reason you want me to stay clear of the Banuk is to stay clear of your past.
It's not the past that concerns me, Aloy. It's the future, or possible lack thereof. Which is why you should stop prattling and get back to what matters. But as usual, you'll do as you wish.
Touchy.
I played Fallout. The first Fallout I knew about was Fallout 1. My friend played it, and he wanted me to play it, but I never got around to it. But then I played Fallout 3. And then the Fallout I played next to completion was Fallout 1 and 2. And then Fallout New Vegas, and then Fallout 4. I've still yet to play any of the other weird Fallouts, like the Fallout Brotherhood of Steel Tactics things. I've looked at gameplay of it, and I was like, nah. I've had the opportunity to buy it a couple of times in real life, but I always passed up on it. Ooh, the Aurora's here, huh? Neat. Oh, wait, I just had an idea. I gotta get it. Dead Sinner. I was curious about something. There we go. I wanted to see the level of deep detail they had in Snowflakes. Not a lot, as you would expect from a it changes based on the angle you view it in. Interesting. Like the smaller one next to it has a little bit more detail than the big flake. Ooh, I think it's changing. Let's zoom in now. There it is right there. Yeah, that's as zoomed in as I can get, or else it'll start to disappear. Yes, Alex, I am. It's fun to play with. Don't lie, you'd play with it too. And if you wouldn't, then you should thank me because you've seen things you wouldn't have seen otherwise, right? Like, who would have zoomed in on her eyes using the field of view and all that stuff to make to tell that there was a so that you could tell there was reflections of the sun, and eventually us seeing the fact that there's reflections of the scenery all around her in her eyes. They got that music going.
Can't carry more.
Hello. I'm sorry, excuse me? A what? Demonic Scorcher? Is that what that had said? Scorcher. Let's look at this. Unfortunately, it has a very similar design to some of the others we fought. I was hoping for something entirely unique. A very agile and dangerous combat machine with fire augment melee attacks and mounted mine launcher for ranged. Some canisters. The mine launcher, power generator. Power generator.
This one's a new predator. I can see the heat coming off it.
Strength everything almost. Weakness ice. Demonic. Not D. Day. Interesting. You know how cold this would be? Oh wow, look, I'm cutting the ice. It's just starting to freeze and I'm cutting it, look. I've done this in real life too. That's so cool. Hey. Alright. Hopefully he'll stay over there so I can finish my thing. Yes. It's a happy video game. What the heck? Watch out for the yellow snow. That's good. Sneak attack this big guy and see how much damage he takes from it. And then we're probably gonna run away if he doesn't die. Look at that, the craziness that comes off of him. No sneakies? There's no sneak attacks. He's cutting a path in the snow, too. Really neat. Maybe I can get a jump from on top. Really? There's no sneak attacks allowed at all on this guy. Oh, there it is. That was weird. Okay. Well, let's see what his attacks are. Oh, Jesus. Flaming? Alright, I'm good, bro. Think you hit hard enough, son? Tracking, dude. Unbelievable, the tracking. The tracking on these enemies is just brokenly strong. Like, these guys have better aim than any Dark Souls enemy in the entire game. Alright, let's see. What do I wanted to do? What do I want to do? Ah, yeah, I wanted to craft ammo. Yeah, but because of that... well, that's super unfortunate. Looks like they didn't learn their lesson about enemy design. So, these enemies are going to be no different than all the other enemies we faced in the game. It's not really about skill, it's just about raw damage and stuff like that. So, let's switch out our stuff. There we go. And we'll just start doing, like, ridiculous amounts of damage every single time we encounter one. Yeah, that sucks. I was hoping... I was really hoping they'd learn their lesson in enemy design. But, you know, they were probably working on this DLC before the game even released, so they probably didn't get feedback about that and how having monsters have that much tracking just kind of makes it pointless to... It removes any sort of skill just about from the combat. Look how pretty this looks. But yeah, it removes any sort of skill from the combat, right? Dodging is more luck than skill. When an enemy can... Like, if you watch that in slow motion, you'll see that he changes directions mid-air sometimes. That's not cool, dude. Enemies shouldn't be able to do that. Like, here, let me...
Stocking up?
Like, I can do that, right? That's perfectly fine for a player to do that, because that's something that we've learned that helps you when, like, it makes the game feel better. Those games where when you jump and all your momentum and everything is saved as you jump and you can't make any changes to it, those games never feel as precise and fun as other games where the jumping allows you to manipulate it. Sheep? Goat? Hey, goat. Yeah, I'm probably not going to read what you're trying to tell me about. You're trying to explain to me what the monsters are exactly, Cozy, and that seems a lot like a spoiler to me, buddy. Why would you try to tell me? Like, the first 3 words alone make me not want to read anything else you're saying in that comment. Alright, so... Yeah, that is unfortunate, though. I wish... Hopefully their next game, they'll be better about that. That's loud. Is that music?
Okay, that's a welcome, I guess.
Oh, I think that was their equivalent of the wall blowing the horn. At least it's not 3 blows, right? Yeah. For you want your character to be able to change. You also want it, you don't, the other thing is that you don't want it to be too floaty or too, you don't want to have too much control after you leave the ground, because if you can just completely cancel 100% of your momentum the same way you can like when running I can just turn around and go back and forth, right? But if you notice, while jumping I can basically cancel my momentum, but I can't like go back and forth in midair like this before I hit the ground, because then that makes the game feel weird, and then again you don't really, it just doesn't feel right. But the player, you want it to have, you know, pretty similar jumping to what's in this. Maybe a little less control would be okay, but, you know, this is okay. It's still an okay amount of control. But what you don't want to see is for the enemies to have this level of control in the middle of the jump. Because what happens is they're like, haha, I'm going to jump and get you. And you're standing here and you're like, haha, no, I shall dodge to the side. And they're like, haha, I changed directions midair and hit you. Like, it's like, what? It feels cheap. You want enemies to have a little bit of tracking with their attacks, especially ones where they're rooted to the ground, but there's just way too much tracking in this game. That's the thing that makes this combat that removes the combat from being on the same level as, like, say, a God of War. Ooh, that's weird. That's oddly digitized now. Look how neat everything looks, man.
Ha! You sure you'll be warm enough up here, Nora?
I've worked up a sweat from the climb.
That's bad. You don't want to sweat. You want to... Oh, you can't save it this fire. Like,
I do not think that our hunter's blood is on Aratek's hands. He led them to a great challenge.
I found you. You thought I wasn't going to be able to get a good look at you. Look at him trying to hide his face. Uh-huh. Thought you could hide your face, mustache, didn't you? Didn't you, mustache? There's no hiding from me, mustache. I have seen you. I see you, mustache. I see you.
That is all.
Yeah, you want to work. The trick when it's really cold and you're not going to be inside for a long time, is to work just hard enough to not sweat. But here's the better trick. The better trick is to have, if you're going to be working in this crazy amount of cold, have a place where you can take breaks, so you can actually work up a crazy sweat and work your butt off really hard, but then go inside for like 15 minutes and let that sweat dry and then go back outside, right?
You made it to the cut, Outlander.
But it's just better not to sweat at all.
Long.
The Banuk guards.
This is Song's Edge, biggest settlement in the cut.
These are dangerous lands, Outlander.
Mustache?
Deadly, even.
Wait a second. Mustache? Is that you, Mustache? Nah, he has to be slightly different, right? This guy's got a twin brother, maybe? Ooh. Ooh. Ah. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see the level of detail that I see here. Like, there's the zoom in so we can see how it looks up close. The textures up close don't look that great, but every one of those textures is like bubbling and stuff. I wish I could almost advance the time and not like that, and not like that, but it's harder in the stream to make out the fine detail. But like, it's just, oh, that's nice. I could look at this for hours if I was there in real life. Ominous. Oh yeah. I suppose
smoke rising from the mountain and the village too. What's it for?
The village. There's a village? Oh. I guess. I don't know. Who cares about that? How can you see a village when you can just stare at this all damn day long, man? Neat. I hope we get some closer up views of this. I bet you we will. Oh, most certainly we will. That's gonna be awesome! Well, I have $20 million on GTA. Yeah, you told me about that the other day. Congrats, buddy. Where is this supposed smoke village?
In times like these, we must not forget the importance of ceremony.
I think it's this green stuff over here. I guess that's smoke of a way. What are they burning? Like chemicals or something?
Look out below!
Don't tell me you're mustache as well. No, he's not mustache.
Our shaman has abandoned us. Our chieftain has led our best to their deaths. Where should we find hope now?
Well, how fortunate for you.
So many died.
Oh, neat. Look at that. They've mixed some new music for the DLC too. They're not just using the same music. Wind chimes?
You died on Thunderstruck.
Darn it. Oh, they do affect. I do affect them.
Trust Araya, they say. She'll return to us, they say.
Oh, Araya?
And
That'd be
yet here
me.
we are.
Worship me!
The young hunters have learned a lesson from Thunderstruck. Sometimes,
Wow.
loss is the price of survival.
Yeah, it's its own soundtrack. Oh, neat. You know what? You're right. Art of Zero Dawn? No. I might have soundtrack as well, right? Didn't I get something like that with the thing I purchased? I might be wrong.
The songs will not be forgotten.
This game is so pretty. Can you believe this thing is on PlayStation? Unbelievable. Alright, well, it wants me to go that way. But I could go this way instead. And there's wares waiting for me. Hopefully they don't get mad, because these are mine now! Shouldn't have left them unattended.
Save this for later.
Darn it. I was hoping beyond hope. I would have been like, oh my god, and just threw more praise upon this game if it happened. But I was hoping for a second I could knock some of the snow off the roof, right? Because like when I walk in the snow there, it like does stuff. See, it deforms the snow based on where I walk. And even the monsters, I for a second there thought I was going to be able to knock some of that snow off their roof for them. That would have been next level right there if they put that much detail.
Thunder's drum again? Would he dare?
Oh, she looks neat. Oh man, no camera controls. Can I at least do focus, field of view? I mean, darn it. I like the headdress thing she has on. Oh, she turned to look at me. A lot of detail in it.
If Aratak led the march, I would follow him. But he must realize the toll we've paid.
So cool, dude. Hey, man. That little end part of the song was distinctly.
Most of the village is moving towards that smoke.
Distinctly freaking whatchamacallit, 80s synth music or something like that, I guess you would say. I know a lot of people aren't fans of that whole synth music sound that are in soundtracks for movies like, say, Blade Runner and whatnot, but I've always liked it. It does. I don't know if it's because it was in so many futuristic movies or if it's the perfect music for futuristic. I don't know which came first, right? Obviously, the thing that came first was the movies making the sound, but it fits it so perfectly. I don't know. It must be some sort of tradition type of thing. I don't know what. Like, my head just has learned to associate that sort of sound with future stuff, but... And it's kind of weird to have it in this. Ooh, I can climb here. I'll hold off on that. And let's go to that marker. What do you have on your computer? The soundtrack?
Let's not forget the importance of ceremony.
Dang, girl. You ain't gotta be all rude.
Get ready for a rare sight, Nora. Berggren, purveyor of necessities.
Oh.
Most of the time, the Banuk burn their dead.
I think he means he has wares.
Not today.
Well, you're in luck, sir. I have coin.
Because the bodies couldn't be recovered.
Aye, a nasty business. All their best warriors lost. So they're getting a different kind of send-off.
What the hell? I love it. This is great. What the heck was that? Okay. Pretty cool. No, what would be cooler was an answering. Oh, neat. Thick.
Grasp your grief, my hunters, and kill it.
He's got that Samoan in him.
The fate all Banuk long for, falling with their spears striking steel.
I know Samoan when I see it.
Their struggle is over now.
With you guys.
You have witnessed their spirits rise up into the blue sky and beyond to the blue light. But our struggle is only beginning. Soon, we will again take up the hunt against the daemon that frenzies the machines against us. And so I ask you, can you summon the courage of our fallen kin? Will you fight and die as well as they did?
My courage! My spear! Blood is in your teeth, Aratak!
We are Banuk. Our enemies are prey.
Damon.
I wonder if these guys are supposed to be,
That frenzies the machines.
Machines that wiped out their best. And what do they want to do? Go back up there. Fools. A little advice, for free.
Aloy.
Aloy. I've been up here for 2 long winters, and I still can't make sense of the Banuk. Take this ruckus. It started with one of their shamans, Aurea, spouting on about spirits and demons up on Thunder's drum. So they march their Xearrik up there, and half of them get slaughtered by machines. When Aurea vanished, I thought the crazy might have gone with her, but no. Here's Big Aratak, gearing them up to do it all over again.
See, I wonder what they base these people off of. Are they supposed to be Inuit, or are they actually Samoan? Because I know that guy that went up there and started talking, he was distinctly Samoan looking, in my opinion. But some of them kind of look like maybe Inuit. And I think that's the right terminology for them. I can't ever really remember the exact words you're supposed to use, but whatever. Silence.
Have you ever heard of a man named Silence? Tall, deadly serious, cables in his skin, like a shaman?
I've heard that name once or twice, but always whispered, like some boogeyman the Banuk want to forget. I'm not sure what went down, but I got the impression
because this guy's a lot darker, like as if he was Inuit or something, maybe.
Conclave.
All the most important
or
shamans
just
regular
from
time to time,
black,
to keep up with the latest mumbo jumbo. No idea how they all fit into one tent without those crazy headdresses getting locked up on each other. Aurea's been to that shindig, but when I asked her what it's like, she just gave me a dirty look. So if you want to know more, you'll have to find her and make her like you, I guess. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
What is it about the Banuk you can't make sense of?
Well, everything's a test to them. A hardship to endure. A challenge to survive.
Seems like they don't have much of a choice in a place like this.
Yeah.
And they explain it because most of the the people here, they're much lighter.
Animals. You think they'd accept a little reasonably priced aid? Well, believe me, I've tried to convince them, but a Banuk with nothing left to prove might just lie down and die.
And Aurea is the one who spoke about this daemon?
That's right. Told Aratak and the others that it lives up on Thunder's drum, and they believed him.
But you don't.
The hell is up there?
I don't know what Aurea
nothing.
found
I tell you right now, buddy, nothing lives up there.
Outlander. The machines in the cut are getting more vicious, that's a fact. It could be because of the daemon, or it could be because they all got indigestion, for all I know.
Yeah.
But Aurea's not around to explain. She took off, and no one knows why.
Is Aratak a renowned warrior around here?
He's a Xearrik chieftain. His voice carries a lot of respect. Not that you hear much of it. Man talks about as much as a dead fish. But when he and Aurea came to town with their Xearrik, it drew more Banuk to this little burg than I'd ever seen. Know what else I saw, Aloy? My own little trade route, stretching all the way back to the claim. Then, he goes and leads them off to their death at the claws of angry machines. So much for my best customers.
Oh, by the way, I did miss that. I was scrolling back up to see if I missed any comments. I did miss your reply to that. I didn't realize you were just theorizing, Cozy. And what's GOT until... Oh, Game of Thrones? Yeah, Game of Thrones isn't coming out to 2019. Ridiculous amount of time. I've almost forgotten about it at times. It's just way too much time in between seasons. You have 20.9 million. That's right. Devil's Grief is just the ruins of a burger joint. What? You guys talking about? So it's a rip ritual? Yeah, definitely. You know what would okay, so let me pause this here for a second, guys. What I was hoping was gonna happen I was hoping it was going to be like a very like a mix of different moments, right? Like a mix of different moments from different movies and whatnot. And I was hoping for a second that it was almost like going to be a King Kong moment, sort of, but mixed with some other things. I was hoping when they did that horn thingy that they did, that there was going to be this quietness, because it was quiet afterwards, and then it was going to go. There was going to be a louder reply, right? There was going to be a louder reply, and not from them, obviously. It wasn't like them blowing the horn again. And then like a giant machine comes up and like rah, grabs this stuff, and then like starts to do like go, and then goes back beneath the cliff, and then Aloy like runs out and then watches this giant freaking machine that's hundreds of feet tall like moving around like a giant gorilla that's a machine instead of them. And like, awesome, something like that. That kind of moment of like, oh my god, it might have been a little cheesy, but it still would have been cool.
What are these Xearriks about, Bergrand? Some sort of tribe within the tribe?
Not like our clans back home. You don't get born into these things. They hold tryouts. Prove your best at something and you might get a place.
Oh, I'm not sure who the voice actor is for sure. He sounds familiar though.
Some last as long as metal. The whole Banuk territory, Banur, is just a bunch of the biggest, oldest Xearriks.
I'm not sure if I'm less confused or more confused.
Oh, voice Aloy?
Well, here's the sure thing.
I don't know if I recognize her voice.
Each Xearrik has a chieftain and a shaman. They make the decisions. All well and good, except the chieftains are hard-headed, and the shamans have their heads in the clouds.
You said you've lived out here for 2 winters?
Aye. Back home, some fur traders told me about this steel-forsaken heap of tents. Good location. Ripe for change. We were barely scraping by until this place started filling up for Araya. A great prophet is coming, they said.
Change, huh?
I heard prophet.
I mean,
honest mistake.
We might have found a long-lost descendant of Obama.
They just prefer to keep trade among themselves.
Change!
We could get through to enough of them. We could really put this place on the map. Or at least on a map.
We?
Me and my daughter. My
assistant.
Varja. My assistant and my daughter. We seem to get along better as business partners.
Oh, I've never played Life is Strange, that's why.
Her mother wanted me to show her a trade. She started tinkering with weapons. Say, when you need a break from this Banuk carry-on, stop in and see her. You're both, how do I put it?
Women?
No. Independent. Look for her at Long Notch, the easternmost Banuk camp.
What? What was that reaction? Aloy is so pushy sometimes, and like so quick to get upset with people.
I want to know more about this daemon.
It's crazy talk, Aloy.
Or there's something to it. Something connected to how the machines behave.
Then you need to find Araya. She was last seen headed for the mountains they call the Ice Rats.
Crazy talk.
I've heard only the shamans know
Look
the
how
trail
pretty it
beyond
looks.
those frozen peaks. But I do know where you could find her apprentice, Naltuk. He went north of the river, chasing rumors.
Rumors?
Not the good kind. Sudden attacks in the snow. Strange new structures. Some say
oh yeah, the
machine,
facial,
like no one
the face capture does look better.
I'm definitely interested.
I wish the combat was a bit better as well.
Don't mention it.
I wonder if Aratak
They're a little
could
bit more
or
expressive.
Thunder's drum.
We do well to stay
Maybe worth a
vigilant.
shot.
These things that killed our hunters, how many of them have already poured into the cut?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Glad our paths crossed.
Like I'm leaning towards. One second, we can make some comparisons real fast. Where is their noses aren't that wide in my opinion for some of the things I'm thinking about.
My song is brief now, but it'll wait. Mark my words.
Okay.
Don't get yourself
exactly.
killed.
That's what I was thinking. Their faces aren't wide enough too. And then,
What does that even mean? Bandits in the cut. Let's see who survives long. People fear these new machines now, but soon fear will turn to determination.
Claim any over arrogant enough to go in unprepared.
see, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
If we must face stronger machines, we'll have to become better hunters.
I think that, yeah, they don't look. They
Take
look.
care, Outlander. The
These
cut is
people.
not a merciful place at the best of times.
I just double checked because it had been a long time since I seen any like Inuit people. Like I don't see them very often in like media and stuff like that, right? So I wasn't 100% sure, but I thought I remembered their faces being a little bit more wider, looking a little bit more like say Chinese, because you know they have the Asian descent, right? Well, both groups have the Asian descent, I believe, but they looked a little bit more wide, I thought. And then so like check it out. Some of them do and some of them don't though, so I'm struggling with this. Alright, there we go. I just wanted to make sure. I always have to check. When you do a Google image search, even with safe search on, you have to make sure that it doesn't have anything freaky in it, or else you get in trouble there. But you see, their noses are a little wider and their eyes are a little more narrow. That's what I was thinking with the Inuit people. But with the Samoans, like they look a little bit more, I guess, Western in some of their features. I get, what would you call that? What do you call it? It's for some reason I'm Anglo. They have like a little bit more Anglo stuff to their features. They're a little bit more narrow and things like that. Trying to find random pictures of groups of them, so I don't have to go scrolling through stuff here. Most of the pictures I'm finding are just like muscles. It's just men with lots of muscles. They have a reputation for that. Their men are pretty big. It's probably where I get my height from. But like Dwayne Johnson is Samoan. I can't find any good like groups of people. This random group where they're not, you know, they're not on purpose trying to like do something crazy or dress up in more traditional stuff. That way you can just focus on the faces. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't have to find pictures. Yeah. Maybe Hawaiian. Let's look at Hawaii. That's a whole bunch of women. I guess that'll work. There's a few men in there too. There you go. You can see what I'm talking about. It's 90% women, but there's a couple men as well because I wanted like a good mix. There's some men in the background actually. I see them now. The only 2 men I saw at first was this one and this one. I didn't see these other 3, but you see a good mix of them. See, they will have wide noses as well. Like, let's see, like here we go. But they do have some more narrow stuff as well. Like his is, yeah, here we go. His is a little bit more narrow, and his is more narrow. Like they have a mix of it. But and then the skin, you can tell the skin will get really dark also, but it's also sometimes very light. But I thought that since we were going north, they were probably going to use like Inuit, but it looks like this is like supposed to be like some sort of Samoan type people, right? Interesting. Because you know, I'm actually
seems we have some unwanted
like
visitors.
My father was Hawaiian, so this is I kind of interested in this. I'm wanting to see where they go. The reason why I'm interested in this is, well, that one is very light. Is because my father's Hawaiian, and so I'm kind of interested to see if that's what this is, and then where they decided they went with it. You know what I mean?
The markings of a daemon don't scare me. I didn't become a hunter just to run from a challenge.
Yes, fine.
Like
Spend
some
all
of
your
them
shards on fancy
don't.
weapons. Without real skill, they're as useful as Karja silks.
Yeah, some of them don't have that look to them, but others like distinctly do. But one thing we probably have to keep in mind is that it's been 1,000 years.
Only a fool chooses a different path.
It's been 1,000 years since the apocalypse,
Another broken bowstring.
and so people are bound to change in that time, right?
A party camps at Stonehill, and they're not Banuk?
You think Aloy's the only like
the Banuk.
American? There was more white people than Aloy. Is that what you're trying to say? White people? Everyone's American in this, and like, well, technically none of them are American, right? America doesn't exist anymore, I bet. But then again, technically all of them are American because, well, they were born here. They're about as American.
Are suited for life in these lands.
These people are technically more American than we are American if the country was still, if this place was still called America, right? Because they've been here for generations, up to 1,000 years,
How long
right?
until the demon births the perfect machine?
They're more American than we are.
Hard to believe bandits could find a foothold in the cut. I heard an awesome.
You seem sad, stranger. I heard you mention a flood.
Yes. A sudden deluge, without rain or melt to explain it. I'm Lelai, the drummer of Deep Din. Or at least I was, until it disappeared under the waters.
Deep Din. What's that?
A hollow, carved out by the old ones.
The Ostrom look like Vikings with their armor.
A musical instrument all at once. My life, my calling. I'd explain it by playing for you if I could. But its pipes are deep under the water now.
How he will do, he will stay 80% of the time in photo mode. Hey, don't you judge my style of gameplay.
So Deep Din is a place and a musical instrument?
Yes.
All this takes
Pipes
place
that
after
carry a
Skynet,
perfect
yeah,
tone
right?
Beneath a sonorous basin. A wondrous edifice the old ones used to carry music far and wide. During the war, My father played the pipes to rally the Banuk against the Karja. I'm the drummer now. But our battles are few and far between. Mostly I play for the joy of it. Or to remember my family. Of course, if the waters don't recede, what's the point of joy? Or remembering?
Yeah, I don't think that really matters though, Daily Shave. I don't think it matters who the people were. It doesn't matter. Like, it only matters who's now, right? You know what I mean? Like, who's now, as far as what I mean the way I think about American is it's just who's here now. Like, if you were born here, or you know, did the whole immigration thing, then as long as you're like part of the culture, then that's what you are, right? That's how it works. Like, unless you're actively working against the country to try to destroy it, then as long as you work for, you not work for, but you like, as long as you're here and you care about the people here and you want the people to succeed, then as far as I'm concerned, you're American, right? Like, but if you're here and you're like actively working against the economy and trying to sabotage stuff, right? Like, I think personally there's some people in our government who aren't American, even though they were born and raised here. You know why? Because they're a bunch of commies. They're trying to destroy our nation. But yeah, as long as you're here and you're doing your thing, it doesn't matter what you look like. Like, we're all here under the same flag, man. Like, that's our nation. It's our nation. And I guarantee, like, most people would, I guarantee most people who have any kind of strong people in their family, that they would die to protect their family and their nation, like most people would, right? Like, if tomorrow we were invaded by, say, China, and for some reason the military was not able to fight them off well, and we lost a whole bunch of people, and then it was like Fallout style, you know, sign up and do your part, whatever, right? I bet you most families in the entire, almost all the families would have people who would sign up and fight. And if you're willing to fight for your nation, like, then you're definitely an American, right? And I guarantee most people would have family members who would do that. There'd be very few families who wouldn't fight in a situation where our soil has been taken from us, kind of a thing. Not where it's like, oh, hey, let's go fight 1,000 miles away, but no, let's fight to protect our home right here. I bet you so many people would fight for that. And when you think about that when you think about it in that way, like, if you're willing to die, which when you're fighting for something like that, that's what you are willing to do, then of course, like, we all are. I mean, it's really hard for me to explain myself right now. I'm doing a bad job, I think. I'd have to think about it more and, like, formulate my thoughts. It's not something I've really ever spoken about, because it's just how I kind of feel internally about the whole situation.
So the waters came fast.
One day it was dry. The next, the nearby river had risen and the entire basin was flooded. I don't understand it. There was no rain, not even any clouds, and yet the river rose higher than I'd ever seen it. And there it remains.
A flood without rain. That is strange. Where is this place? I'll have a look if I'm in the area.
Just northwest of here. Look all you like, but I don't see what good it'll do. The floodwaters aren't going anywhere. How does one ask a river to relent?
By telling the dam to close back up.
Deep in. Silent.
Like, after 9/11, everyone came together after. Yeah, exactly, Purplins, that kind of thing. Man,
Rising waters.
It's
become a bandit to admit you don't possess the skill.
It's hard to explain. Ooh. Well. Now I know what all those crystals are used for. Just yet another currency. At least it's the only currency they require. Wonder if there's a stronger version. If this is the stronger version of the one I already have. Maybe. What? I'm sorry, but look, one of my favorite outfits is the one where it actually finally shows a little skin on her, like it shows her freaking abs. Look, if you have abs that awesome, then you're gonna show them off. But not for this area. This area we're fighting out in the cold and everything. Like, she should be showing the least amount of skin possible here. You see the vein in her her arm too there? This is a new stealth outfit. I gotta go for this one, man. I gotta go for the new stealth outfit. I wanna buy all these. But the new stealth outfit, most definitely. That's like the first thing I'm gonna go for. I think personally it doesn't look as good as the one I'm currently wearing. It's kind of weird how her arms are exposed. This one's the best looking one in my opinion for the area because she should be dressing for the cold. I really like the old ones though that I don't have in the other vendors. Banuk Xearrik Runner. Insulated and treated with medicinal oils. The survivalist gear provides slow health recovery over time. Say what? I kind of want to switch to this now. You know what? We're going to wear this temporarily. Slow health regen over time. I like that. That's neat. What else do we have here? What can I purchase from you? Nothing? No, I'm not giving you my precious Banuk gems for a gambler box. What is wrong with you? I'll take that free sample box though. I'll buy these gambler boxes. You said the Weaver outfit? That's what you would prefer? I don't see a Weaver outfit. You must mean the one from the other place. Cozy says, does the gambler boxes have rare items in them? Maybe, but I'm not going to purchase any until I've purchased everything that I want to purchase, like, straight up. I don't want to gamble when I know what I'm going to get, right? I get 18, I get this. This is exactly what I want. That right there.
About theft and murder. Beware the machines.
Oh, I think I already have that one then.
Approach them without caution.
She looks like a jester! This is terrible. The collar is just terrible. She looks like a jester. Like, where's your little jester's hat, huh? Oh man, I don't like this one. I don't like this one at all. Oh no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. You know what? These things... Huh. Like, I would know more. You know what? Actually, hold on. What am I thinking? Let's look at this. Let's look at these outfits one more time.
What?
Maybe. It'd be cooler, like... I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure where they're getting their inspiration from.
That's a sound to sleep to, not live to.
I've hunted for many years.
Aloy looks like a jester without a hat. Definitely, right?
It would torment him to see his legacy drown.
It's terrible. How much? Okay, I need healing herbs, so we are gonna wear this. We'll put this outfit on whenever we're looking for herbs to heal, because we'll heal over time, and so it'll save us from having to mess around. What is this?
Everywhere Banu Kai and her Xearrik fled, the ravenous tribe were never far behind. Seeking a way to defeat them, Banu Kai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new.
It just has shards in it? Oh no.
With the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines from her dream, who bowed to her as she entered. Inside, Banu Kai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. You bid me come,
showmanship.
she said. My people need aid. Will you provide it? The machines whispered to Banu Kai. We go where the light goes, for we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long. Carry it to your people if you must, but the cost will be great. Banu Kai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes and struck Banu Kai, piercing her skin, filling her up. Banu Kai did not scream, though she was in agony. Banu Kai did not collapse, though her limbs shook. She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her. As she walked, the light struggled to push its way out of her, but the machines were there to aid her. She sewed her body shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within. When she arrived, the forces of the ravenous tribe had surrounded the camp. Although the light had left her with 1,000 wounds, Banu Kai charged. And because she held the light, the machines followed. The ravenous tribe killed many, but those in camp rushed to join the battle. They gathered pieces of the fallen machines and from them fashioned weapons. And it was with these that Banu Kai's people repaid the suffering the ravenous tribe had wrought upon them. When quiet descended, Banu Kai finally fell. The machines bowed their heads, and her Xearrik wept. The light she'd held within her drifted from her wounds and rose to the sky. And for just a moment, before life left her, Banu Kai knew the truth of the blue light. And she felt peace. We remember Banu Kai, the first to crawl from the cave beneath the world, who brought the machines to us. When we speak the name of our tribe, we remember her. And we will not forget.
Every day the blue light feels
so if you pay attention to what they said and like get rid of most of the pageantry and fluff and all that stuff like that.
Banu Kai, when the old ones were fresh in their
Like
graves,
I missed the very beginning of it, so I want to listen to the very beginning of it.
It was she who led us through the frozen wastes. We also remember the ravenous tribe, who delighted in sucking the marrow from our broken bones. Everywhere Banu Kai and Xearrik fled, I know this tribe were never far behind.
I want to get back to the part where he's talking about the star.
Seeking a way to defeat them, Banu Kai went into the wastes and let the wind whip her cheeks. And when the cold brought sleep, she dreamt of light. She saw it behind the world, a great calming sheet of icy blue. And she saw something new. Herds of machines, each filled with the same blue light. When she woke, she knew which star to follow. She walked for many days and nights until she arrived at a temple built from sparkling ice. At the gates of the temple, she was met by the machines.
That's so cool.
Who bowed to her as she entered.
So that's neat.
Inside, Banukai discovered the blue light bubbling from a hole in the snowy earth like a spring. You bid me come, she said. My people need aid.
So if you notice,
the machines whispered.
Like, there's a lot of things you can tell. There's a lot of things you can tell that's like they have the people wrote a history who made this. They made a history, like there were things that went down and they went ahead and made it legend, right? Like superstitious legend, how it's being told. I think this Banuk had a, for instance, I think that the Banuk had, Banukai, sorry, had one of those a focus. Because the way he was talking about the blue light and all that stuff, and what she, you know, she went and got the lighter or something like that, and then it showed her more, and she went and followed. She knew where she was supposed to go because of that, and she followed the star or whatever. And then mostly the light, right? She just was following the light and the blue light specifically. You know, the light like your focus has. And then it said, and specifically one of the most telling parts is where he's saying, "You bid me come," or something like that. Basically, she said, she was like, "Hey, you called for me. You wanted me to be here." And like, what does that mean? That mean it was the focus. Something was talking to her through the focus. Like, so that's pretty cool that they did that.
We go where the light goes. For we are its chosen vessels. There is darkness in your heart. It cannot hold the light for long.
See the blue light?
Your people if you must. But the cost will be great. Banukai waded into the pool. The light reared like a nest of snakes.
And when you see people,
piercing her skin.
and when you see signals as well, like off in the distance, when there's a big signal off in the distance, it's normally like this, where it's this bluish kind of purplish color.
She climbed from the pool and carried the light inside her. She marched toward home, and the machines marched behind her as she walked.
Optional, talk to Xearrik, huh? Did that just pop up now? Talk to Xearrik. Optional, new quest. Special merchant pigment collection, interesting. Find now, but there's an Xearrik somewhere around here. I don't see right now, but we'll look around.
To push its way.
Oh wait, was that it right there? Talk to Xearrik. There it is.
But the machines were there to aid her.
I want to go up there.
Shut with their cables, patched herself with their metal, and kept the light within.
I got Rage 1 and Neo. Oh cool, we'll have to play Neo together, Laz.
Good luck talking to Sakona about it, David. I can never make sense of her.
One day, the stone of the din was dry. The next, the flood.
I do not want to hear this talk from you again. Doubt is heavier than a week's snow.
Forgive me, my chieftain. We will be ready for the next attempt.
But this will not be an attempt. It must be done. Do you understand?
My chieftain.
Good. Outlander, I suppose you wish to speak?
Alright, there's a lot of stuff here. Let's go Song's
There are
Edge.
other Weraks in Song's Edge too?
Yes. The village has its own life for all Banuk who need trade or shelter. After the war ended, it sprang up from what was once a campsite, quick as the bloom between frosts. Perhaps
Dead Cells? Yeah, I'm planning on getting that
Karja
probably.
see war again.
Doc, it said it had progressed to full-blown asthma. Most likely from the terrible the air is here in the valley.
Aurea knows about this.
I think that there's...
Where would I talk to her?
There's a really
she does
long
a shaman's work.
sword.
That is not for the eyes and ears of others.
Alex?
Certainly not an Outlander's.
I think that you would really like that weapon. Wait, what did he say?
Aurea knows about this daemon.
She does a shaman's work.
Shaman's
that is
work.
not
Okay.
for the eyes and
I
ears
missed that
of
part.
others. Certainly not an Outlander's.
This daemon you talked about.
If you are hardy enough, you can venture out and see the signs yourself. It has changed the machines, made them fiercer, stronger.
But what is it?
A matter for the shamans to debate.
Did your Xearrik come from this place?
No, we rallied most of our hunters from across Banur to face the threat of the demon. But I was born here and stayed to fight the Karja when others retreated into the mountains. A few of my old warriors remained with me, those who survived.
Oh yeah, that sucks, Cozy. And Nick. Nah, that sucks. Like, I've had this persistent cough myself for years now. One day I kind of got a cough in me and it never went away, ever. It's not contagious. Like, no one else has ever gotten it from me. But I just have this cough that just never leaves me anymore. I've gone to the doctor. They don't know what it is. I suppose I have to get some pretty expensive tests or something eventually to figure it out.
Set on going back
But
to
for
the
now,
mountain.
I put
the
my
cheapo
word to
tests
it.
can't figure
Even
out.
with
They
the
can't figure
risks
out what's
being so
wrong.
great?
The risk of what? Death? It would be a worse fate to bow our heads to the challenge and say too much.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Good. I prefer deeds to words.
Right.
Yeah, and since that time too, I've always been fatigued compared to how I used to feel. I get tired more easily. It's more difficult to do things that are extremely strenuous for long periods of time. Like, I think maybe I'm just not breathing as well as I used to because of it. Whatever, I don't know what it is, but super sucky. I know. So one day maybe be able to freaking get them to figure out what's wrong with me and fix it, because it's super annoying, man.
I started my apprenticeship when I had only seen 10 winters. My master was the finest shaman
Look,
I've ever known.
it's like, I don't know. If I had to, like, the easiest way of describing it is, since that happened, since I, like, got this weird cough that never goes away, I feel like I've been running at, like, 60% efficiency, you know what I mean? Like,
And all I want is to stare into the fire and lose myself.
it sucks, man. I've had it for so many years now, though, that, like, I almost really can't remember what it was like to not have it.
It's unnatural, seeing the tall net leaning against the ice.
Here's to the hunt.
Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
Sakuli, she's so clever. Why can't she just answer his question about her painting?
All right. Go get it.
I had a dream. The smoke from Thunder's drum spread out and covered the whole world.
It'll be a cold night. Be prepared.
Couldn't Sakuli?
All right, my man. Ah! Well thrown. Took the apple right off my head.
What's wrong with the old way of painting? Why does Sakuli overcomplicate things?
These new Karja offer peace to the Banuk. None will forget the Red Raids,
Cool.
but perhaps...
If you guys don't mind me going over here, right? Where your ceremony took place, you kind of just want to look around. Another new animal. I can't wait to see this thing up close, man. It can be very draining when your body is trying to fight internal issues. Yeah, so I found out one thing that they do know is that like now I'm anemic or something apparently. Which is my white blood cell count is weird. And like it's elevated by quite a bit, but they can't figure out what my body's fighting. But apparently my body's been fighting something for years, and they can't figure out what it is. Super frustrating. And there's no way I'm gonna pay the thousands and thousands of dollars it takes for the expensive tests, so. New quest. There's a vendor up here I want to see first. I don't want to backtrack all the way, but yeah, right here.
Only now, it's worse.
It's odd to see new machines in the cut, but we mustn't let them frighten us. We're Banuk. We hunt.
I didn't think much of Albert and his bandits at first.
Alright, so this is the old stuff. So you can see... Where's the one, like, yeah. Yeah, I like the design of the original outfits a little bit more than I do the new ones, unfortunately. That's a shame. This one specifically makes my character look like a clown.
We can.
But Alex says, "But Xearrik, my body is ready." All right, dude. That's what should I call you then? Hello.
When the old ones were fresh in their graves and our numbers were still small.
Oh, what's his name? I can't remember the guy's name, the Nintendo guy who that meme came from. Reggie something Ahari? Reggie Fuji something Reggie something.
An outlander. Not many of you in the cut, not since the war.
Do you want to talk to me?
Some like to pretend the cut belongs to the Banuk. Don't listen. This land is yours if you can tame it.
Ah, there you are.
I'm like the snails. I'm slow when you guys are looking. I'm sorry. I'm just fascinated with all the stuff. I'm very sorry, guys. Do you guys want me to like stop like looking around so much? I'm just enjoying like taking in this new area. It's so different looking, and it looks amazing too. So it's like I'm just enjoying it. Make sure you're taking iron. I'm getting well more than enough iron. That's the first thing the doctors told me to do. I'm getting like plenty of iron. Way more than enough. And in fact, they were like, maybe you should dial back once I explained how much I was actually getting.
What a view you've got up here. It's a useful perspective. How fleeting we are when the world is so wide. From up here, you can see how the light paints across the land. Ever changing. That's a lesson. All our marks will pass.
That outlook sounds a little depressing for a painter.
Haven't met many artists, have you? Song's Edge needs new stories. I scrubbed its past off this rock to start anew, but a new start needs new colors. Fresh pigments, like none have seen.
Manipulate your way through the environment with trickery and stuff. Xearrik is losing it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is end this stream around a little bit before 6 hours. That way I'm allowed to edit it. And I'll cut out this section where nothing happened in the game for like a half an hour. Sorry. Huh? What's going on here? Oh, she's a pigment. Oh. Well, I gotta get to killing some goats and badgers, apparently.
These pigments you want. Where should I look for them?
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools.
18-bit,
cling
huh?
to the rocks and cliffs.
Not 16?
These pigments you want.
Salts gather at the edges of geysers and hot pools. Crystals cling to the rocks and cliffs.
Oh, okay.
The Banuk rock paintings are impressive, but,
You want to know what they mean? That's not the right question, but I'll answer anyway. Some are called to the machines. The sacred shapes you see on metal casings, or on a cauldron door.
Do the machines listen to the call?
I don't know. Others, like mine, are called
I
to the
don't
trial.
know.
You could say inspiration or prophecy. And sometimes even men listen, if the painting is loud enough.
You know what I'll do, actually, guys? Just so it's easier and it takes less days, because it's going to take days to finish rendering if I let the video go out for 6 hours. YouTube to finish the edit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here, but don't go, guys. I'll be right back.
I'll see what I can find for you.
Seek out the vibrant ones. A spring of sudden color among snow or rock or metal. That's its own reward, but I'd reward you as well.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream here, everybody. And then I'm going to take a quick little break, grab me a drink, maybe use the restroom if I have to. I don't feel like I have to, but I'll try maybe. I don't know. One of those situations. That way when I come back, I don't have to take another break in a couple hours. Grab a drink. So this is going to be like a 5-minute intermission. Like about a 5-minute intermission or so. Grabbing a drink and all that. And I'll end the stream. I'll let the stream post on YouTube. And then I will edit it. It'll be much easier to edit it later on, so that I can cut out all this stuff here, because this is going to be bad for people. Because here lately, a lot of you guys have there's been a lot of new subscribers who are watching a lot of my older streams, and I don't want them to have to sit here for like a half an hour being like, gosh darn it, when does he move on? Stop talking about the snail rabbit cat thingy. All right. Anyways, I'll be back, guys. Yes, more rabbits now. All right, I'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. So everyone grab a drink and use the restroom or do whatever you got to do. We'll be right back. Intermission time. Intervention time? Oh, no. Never mind. We need an intervention. That's what this is. It's not an intermission. It's an it's an intervention. Intervention. Meow with Joanna is bad, Vepper. Alright? It's bad. Bye, everybody. I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes.